Thank you for joining me on another episode of DDP, that's Davion Dante's podcast. I truly appreciate each and every one of you joining me today on this Wednesday afternoon. If you get a moment, please take the time to like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, it helps me, and it helps me reach others like you who find this content useful. We're going to go with the useful. Today's episode is going to be called Gravity Works One Way. And I'll give you an example. I'm sitting here in my chair. Gravity is about to take effect. Ooh, yeah. So yeah, gravity is always meant to bring you down. It's what holds us to the earth as it spins, however fast the earth spins. And the reason I'm saying gravity works one way is because it does. In reference to this video, I think I still need to make gravity work a little bit better. I think that's good. I don't know. In reference to this video, remember when I talked about the people that you have in your surroundings, those three types of people? There was something that I saw online that really made me think. And it was a gentleman talking to a young lady who was just graduating, I believe. And she, all spunky, she's happy, she's about to get out into the world. She has no idea what happens when you're out in the world and you have bills. She has not experienced that yet. But you will. You will. You will. Okay. He gave an example to her. He said, I want you to stand in this chair. She stood up. And he said, I'm going to help push you up to get you up into this chair. She did that, and he helped her up. And he said, now what I want you to do is pull me up there with you. And so she looked at him. He said, yeah, just pull me up. And she was, fighting against gravity. She's in this chair. So it's moving. She's trying to move. And he says, let me show you something. And he just barely pulled and she came down. He didn't, harm her in any way. He just showed her it's a lot easier for me to pull you out of that chair that you're standing in over me than it is for you to pull me up there with you. Think about those people in your life that are actually helping you get to a higher level, that's helping you better yourself, that's wanting and assisting you in succeeding. Now think about those other people that still have their hand up reaching for your hand. The minute you grab their hand, are they still assisting you or are they hindering you? Because if any of you try the same exercise at home, be careful. I'm not telling anyone watching this video to do this or harm themselves. Okay, let's just put that out there. But if you're standing up in a chair and you let someone else try to pull you down, it's always going to be easier to go down. Even when you're rock bottom and it doesn't feel like you can get any lower, it's still easier to stay at rock bottom than it is to get up, stand up, start clawing your way back to the top. I saw an interview with Will Smith the other day that really made me think, and it's based around kind of this whole concept about gravity. He said the same rules apply for those that are at rock bottom to those that are at the tip top. He said because when you're at rock bottom, you don't have anything and you're looking for something within. You're looking for something to give you purpose, something that helps you move on, that helps you go further ahead. When you're at the top, you have all the money, you have all the fame, you have all the friends, but you're still feeling empty because there's nothing more at that moment. You've accomplished everything. So now you feel just as empty as the person that was at the bottom. He says, so when you fall from the top, although you have it all, you're empty on the inside. And that really made me think. And I said, wow, the choice that he made when he went up and slapped the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth, that was all on Will. No one else forced him to do it. Some can say Jada told him to, whatever, but he's a grown man. So the choice that you took, because remember, that wasn't instantaneous. He had to walk from his seat all the way up to the stage, up onto the stage, up to Chris Rock, and then haul his hand back and go all the way through with the slap. All those actions were his. And like I talked about last week, leave your feelings at the door, those triggers. When you act in an instant without thinking of the ramifications, what can happen if I do this? You're only thinking right now. We see what happened. Don't get me wrong, Will still has his money. Will still is making new CDs and everything. So life is good. let's be honest. We know that he has problems as far as, family life and whatever else. We know he's still human. He has issues, but overall, he's still good. But that moment he had when he let emotions rule, it completely put him on a different trajectory. Not all of us will be able to have an outcome even remotely close. When I go back to this whole gravity thing, he still fell. You can still fall. If you are not true to yourself and really looking within, and all of this keeps going back to within. Every video that I'm putting out is still going back to this same principle within. If you're not true to yourself, if you're not really there for yourself, if you don't love yourself, if you don't trust in yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, to know who's around you, to know your surrounding, to know what your goal is, it's going to be very easy for that other person to put their hand out. They're looking like, oh, please help me, help me, help me. Get your tail down here with me. They say the crabs in a barrel, they're always trying to pull one another down. Their main goal is to get out. I want to get out. I want freedom. I want freedom. But they're reaching up and they're pulling the other one down. If they all just worked together, there's enough crabs in this barrel for them to start looking like the zombies in World War Z and start making a human bridge up over a wall. They could do it if they just thought to work together, but they don't. Just like in our society, a lot of us can move forward and actually grow and become what we're truly trying to be if everyone around us work together, but we don't. Who around you is really trying to help you? Who around you is really trying to pull you down? What if, like the last episode, what's up here is what's actually stopping you, what's actually hindering you, what's pulling you down? We can be as great as we want to be. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of believing in yourself, because society, in all honesty, will be, nope, you can't make it. Who else do you know that made it? No, you can't do that. Who else do you know did that? Why are you even thinking like that? How many people do you know that thought like that and made it? You should just, work your 9 to 5. 9 to 5 is the only way for you to make it in this world. Your dreams, you should stop that. No, I don't think that's a good idea, because who else in your family do you know that's done that? There's a lot of negativity. You don't even have to get in your own head to try to pull you down. The world is already designed to do that. So why are you going to give any more ammo to something that wants to keep you from being the best version of yourself? Why are you going to just sit around and doubt yourself when you have thousands of people right now in your life that's telling you you can't do it? So why are you going to give yourself any more ammo against yourself? What sense does that make? None. Look, I want you to succeed. I want to succeed. Every single person that's in my life, I'm telling them, yo, you can do it. Hey, if this is what you're aiming for, these are some steps that you can take to try to accomplish that. If you don't have people like that in your life right now, you're doing something wrong. I love you. I appreciate you. Our friendship is cool, but you're not what I need in my life in order for me to get to where I need to be. Because those same people that say you couldn't are going to be the same people that's going to be riding with you saying, oh my gosh, I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. That's my man. That's my man right there. Yo, we did it. We did it. You were telling me I couldn't. But now that I've got here, now you want to ride alongside me. No, it doesn't work that way. But yet again, it takes you figuring out what you want to do with your life and how gravity works. It's always going to be tough. It's always going to be difficult. It's always going to be a struggle for anything that you want. If it's positive, it's going to be a struggle. If it's something that's negative, that's not going to do you any good, it's only going to set you back, trust me, it's the most easiest thing you can do. The easiest thing you can do. You don't even have to try. You'll succeed in it. 100%. I guarantee it. I'd put any amount of money on it, actually. If you want to bet, hit me up. But if it's something that's worthwhile, something that is going to make a difference in your life and in other people's lives, trust me, it's going to be difficult. I'm going to end this with one last thing. We all have to take a chance. We all will have to fight against gravity. It's just up to you. Are you going to do that? Are you going to allow yourself or others to to put that hand out and then drag you down. Yes, I did it to be very dramatic. Hopefully it worked. Look, everybody, thank you for joining me yet again on another episode. I hope to see you next Wednesday at 12 p.m. sharp. And as I said in the beginning, please like, share, and subscribe. It will help the channel. It helps me, and it helps me reach others like you who's interested in hearing content like this. So before I go, as always, remember today is the best day to be the very greatest version of yourself. Take care. Peace. Thank you for joining me on another episode. Usable? I think that's the word I want to use. Not pleasurable. What is it going to enjoyable? They say the crabs in a barrel. In editing, I'll see if I made it worse or better or worse. If you like the content, smash that, hit that, like, comment, share, and I'll say peace.